having fun yet, Jayhawk fans?
Are you having fun yet, Wildcat fans?
It was a week of domination.
For the Cats, it was a Saturday with old friends.
And new friends who you're going to get along with just fine.
For the Hawks, Friday night lights with special moments.
And a next man up mentality.
1-0.
11 weeks to go.
He's really, really fast.
How many times have I talked about Jason Bean's improvement? He's done everything we've asked.
Put our foot on their necks and don't let them get any confidence and just take everything away.
We took care of business against a good team.
We didn't flinch. There wasn't a panic. We stayed the course.
K-Nation is on the air.
K-Nation, sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Well, let's dive into those football games. Tonight on K-Nation, we have an exclusive interview with KU safety Marvin Grant. He tells us about the Jayhawk defense's powerful first game.
Powerful is the right word there, and a man who knows Wildcat football like the back of his hand, color commentator and former Wildcat QB Stan Weber is going to join us in studio.
Plus, it is hot outside, but these kills are even hotter. Volleyball season is underway, how the Jayhawks and the Wildcats showed out for the home crowds. Welcome to K-Nation. I'm Lainey Gerber.
And I'm Glenn Kinley. We've been saying football is back just about every week since, the start of August, maybe?
Probably since last November.
But now it's officially official. It's truly, positively, without question, back.
Yes, we have game action, we have actual highlights, so we're not going to waste any more time. We're tired of talking about it. Starting the season on Friday night against Missouri State, and the crowd at the booth was like none other. Or I guess like we saw a lot last season. These guys have been packing the booth. We thought we'd see Jalen Daniels, but the Jayhawks went cautionary and gave Jason Bean the ball. But it doesn't matter when Devin Neal can do this.
That'll work.
Opening drive, 48-yard house call, faked me out on the camera too. It would take some more warming up after that, but the Jayhawks pour it on in the second half. Jason Bean efficient, 22 of 28, 276 yards and 2 touchdowns. 4 different running backs find the end zone on the ground, and Lance Leipold is one happy head coach.
As he should be.
I was proud of our coaches and our players because I didn't see us. We didn't flinch. There wasn't a panic. We stayed the course, and Daniel felt terrible about putting the ball on the ground, but it was good to see him come back and make a nice physical run. The receiving corps showed itself again, its depth. How many times have I talked about Jason Bean's improvement? We challenged him to be better at it, and he has, and really happy for him.
How can you not be happy for him? The way last season ended, and he just has to come back and really played really well on Friday night. The offense stays the course. The big question in the offseason was, can the defense do its part after giving up 35 points a game? Well, it was pretty solid on Friday. Missouri State actually took the lead in the second quarter, but then that defense settled in for the Jayhawks. Coach Leipold said the plan was to suffocate them in the second half. Rich Miller says you can check that off the box, but they're still not satisfied.
They did a great job, man. They made it so much easier for me and the other linebackers to just come and make our plays, man. Like, it's easy when you got a good D-line, so as long as they do their job, we're going to be way better. It starts up front with me. I can easily predict where a back might go if a D-line is just disrupting everything. He have to stop his feet a lot, and when he stops his feet, I can go fast. It kind of startles the back. He have nowhere to go. It gives us a lot of confidence, but it also shows us that we have more work to do. I think we gave up too many points. We're going to have to dial in next week.
Absolutely. And he said whenever they see these offenses, they always just think, how dare you on this play try to go against me? Well, this moment, that's Quentin Lassiter getting an interception for the Jayhawks. Already great, but his brother Kwame Lassiter, who played at KU from 2016 to 2020, he's on the Bengals practice squad now. He was there on the sidelines and got to cheer on his little brother who gave him the ball right after.
And it was his first pick, correct?
It was. Well, his first pick as a Jayhawk.
Yeah, right. It's cool that his brother was there for that. That's awesome.
Definitely. I'm so glad I caught it. And here's a few extra notes. Like we said, Jalen Daniels was a maybe, suited up, warmed up, but didn't play. Devin Neal averaged over 7 yards a carry.
That's good.
The offense scored every time it entered the red zone. Also very good. 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals, no punts the entire game.
Wow.
Also, though, no Brian Borland on the sideline. He's the defensive coordinator. Leipold says he had a medical procedure before the day before the game, but he's doing all right now, and hopefully we'll see him back there soon. All
right, sounds good. Hopefully we'll be out there on Friday. Great to be back in Lawrence. It was a packed house there. It was a packed house in Manhattan as well. 52,000, a little bit over, I think.
A little bit of people. It's just a little.
Sold out crowd, and it was a loud crowd. My ears are still recovering. And they celebrated that 2022 Big 12 championship with some friendly faces. Deuce Vaughn, Felix Anyudike Uzama, and more. How about a touchdown for the fellas? Why not? Jaden Jackson from Will Howard. Jackson, a guy you might not be familiar with, but you're going to want to get familiar. Pretty sweet catch there, and he had a few other good catches. Then a rushing touchdown on the bootleg, and then the fun one. This one's R.J. Garcia. We're also going to get one where, if you can believe it, Lainey, Will Howard caught a touchdown pass.
Wow, those girls there, though, you might want to sign them to the team.
Those girls almost got run over.
They
Mom got her out of the way. Here's a rushing touchdown, and it was all sorts of fun out there for the Wildcats. Only the 6th Big 12 player with a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown in a game ever, and Howard finishes with 297 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. That's all without even playing most of the second half.
We only get 12 guaranteed opportunities, you know, no matter if we're playing Alabama or if we're playing SEMO, it doesn't matter, you know, and we got to go take care of business, and that's what we did. And you can't take anyone lightly. SEMO's a good football team, man. They were in the FCS playoffs last year. They're probably going to have a really good year this year. They're a solid team. To be able to take care of business like that is always a good feeling. Going forward, it's exciting because, you know, I feel like this is one of the best first outings we've had as an offense in the last couple years.
Man, he tried to one-up himself from last year. There wasn't much room to do it, but he definitely did. And lost in how good the offense was last night was the defense. It was outstanding. It's hard to do better than holding an opponent scoreless. Yeah, maybe negative if we can figure that out. The front 7 looked as good as ever. 5 different players record at least a part of a sack. And let me run these stats by you real quick, Glenn. SEMO running back Geno Hess owns the program record in career rushing yards, touchdowns, points scored, and a whole lot more. But last night, he was a net negative 4 yards. Chris Kleiman is pretty pumped up for his mob defense.
Those two played really well. Austin, I think, is one of the best linebackers in the country. And he and Kobe on the same sides. They're always kind of on our weak side of the formation. Those two work so well together. I lit up when I see Kobe Savage running around out there. That kid loves to play this game. He made some big hits, and Austin had a number of tackles for loss. Always going to be a great player for us.
And plus, Kleiman gave Colin Klein a present after the game, or Kleiman and Klein, I guess, gave us this present. 5-star freshman quarterback Avery Johnson got in the game, ran in this pretty sweet touchdown right to the camera, by the way. Crowd was fired up, and Will Howard was fired up for him, too. Great quarterback future there, perhaps.
Definitely. It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, some more notes from the Cats. SEMO just 6 rushing yards total. K-State averaged 8.3 yards a play.
Nice.
DJ Giddens ran it 15 times for 128 yards. R.J. Garcia, 5 catches, 119 yards, and 1 touchdown. How about some kicker love? Chris Tennant from 51, right down the middle.
Nice. He had a big job to fill in for.
He did, yep.
Yeah, it wasn't just Saturday that was special in Lawrence. On Wednesday, KU inducted 7 individuals and 4 teams into the KU Athletics Hall of Fame. And this year's class is a unique one because all women were honored for Title IX. It celebrates the recent 50-year anniversary of Title IX. Women from a number of sports were inducted. For teams, it was the 2012 and 2013 women's track and field squads, plus the 2015 volleyball team and the 2019 tennis team. We talked to a few of the newest members of the KU Athletics Hall of Fame about what that sort of night means to them.
I could not have ever imagined this in 1,000 years, but being here with all these other women that have accomplished so much and just being able to celebrate sports and women in sports, I'm like so honored to be here. It's really cool.
I have a daughter now, and I couldn't be more proud now that she can look up to her mom and know that women can do unbelievable and amazing things when they put their mind to it.
Oh, that is so cool, Lainey, for her daughter to be able to look up to her.
Yeah.
Some amazing women honored for sure, and they're forever listed in the Hall of Fame of Kansas Athletics, which is an elite Hall of Fame.
And they have those sweet jackets that they got.
You got to get yourself one of those. I can't
How
get
do we
one
end
this
up
year,
there?
right? All right, hey, if you thought that's as much football as we could talk about, you're wrong. We're going to talk about it all night long until they kick us off the air. KU safety Marvin Grant joins the show for a one-on-one interview to find out how the Jayhawks are prepping for a Big Ten opponent.
Plus, volleyball season is officially underway. Up next, why it was a huge week for both the Jayhawks and the Wildcats.
Searching for a career in advanced manufacturing or industrial automation? Manhattan Area Technical College's new industrial engineering technology applies science and engineering through theory and hands-on application of skills. Learn more at manhattantech.edu.
Come on home to West Loop and Manhattan's West Side. Sports Grill, where friends, fans, and families watch every game.
One stop, Little Apple Toyota, Little Apple Honda.
Heart and Vascular Clinics, complete cardiovascular care close to home.
Visit some old friends, discover some new. Come home to West Loop and Manhattan's West Side.
Imagine looking at life through the eyes of a child, being filled with wonder and excitement about what the future holds. Lewis Toyota knows a strong community starts with those who will one day lead us.
We want to thank 501 for letting us be a part of their school district.
Support local.
If your air conditioning stopped working on a hot Kansas day, would you grab your toolbox and go to work? Then why would you try and sell your home without professional help? What's the right price? Should we stage it? A buyer's realtor asked for a contingency. How does that work? You have a lot of questions, and your home is your biggest investment. Let a professional member of the Sunflower Association of Realtors help you. To better understand why hiring a realtor is the right decision, go to sunflowerrealtors.com.
Because McCray Plaza has been family-owned and operated since 1975, we are able to make decisions that keep you independent and in the game.
Get a game plan and join the winning team at McCray Plaza.
Manhattan Area Technical College will help you build a foundation for your college career, like transferable credits offered in your high school, earning your high school diploma through GED completion on our campus. Break through to a new career. Manhattan Tech, providing higher education.
That was my rally towel motion, by the way.
They're giving away at the KU game.
Yeah, there you go. Well, with football season comes volleyball season. Both KU and K-State started the season on the road, but now the matches are back in our backyard. The number 23 Jayhawks welcomed a couple of top 25 opponents this week.
KU always stacks that non-conference schedule with some of the best teams they can find to make itself the best team. This team has some of the same goals every year: be top 3 in the conference and get an NCAA tournament bid. The Jayhawks return a lot of key players like Cameron Turner, Caroline Bien, but also they added some Big 12 transfers to make that roster even deeper.
We feel like this team can make some noise in the Big 12 in what will be the most competitive Big 12 we've had in a long time, with the new schools doing so well. And then, you know, we've been to the NCAA tournament the last few years, NCAA tournament, but we've had to go on the road. It'd be nice if we were a seeded team this year and maybe we could host.
Coach B keeps saying we have a million ways we could win. We have a bunch of people on the team, roster 19, he always says. It's really exciting to have a pretty deep lineup. And so it's just been fun to see like all the different ways we can work together.
KU lost to number 25 Purdue in 5 sets on Thursday, but beat number 19 Marquette 3-1 yesterday. Conference play is just around the corner. It starts September 22nd, even though it feels like everything just started.
Yeah, I think this is year 27 for Coach Bouchard. Is that right?
It is, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he knows a thing or two.
And then here's a team that's under year 1 with its head coach. K-State Volleyball had its first game in the new Morgan Family Arena. Of course, they gave their new home a warm welcome with a ribbon cutting ceremony. Players, Coach Mansfield, Gene Taylor, and other supporters got to cut that ribbon. It's definitely a good time to be a Wildcat.
I like where we're playing and how we're playing, and obviously the new arena is going to add to the excitement, but it's just all about growth and trying to get better every day, and we're doing that.
I don't have words for it. After being in different facilities and seeing different places throughout my college career, nothing compares to this and the feeling I get every day walking in here.
It's a pretty sweet spot. If you haven't gotten there, you should go check it out. The Wildcats got a dub in their home opener against Omaha in just 3 sets. They did get beat in 3 sets to number 4 in the country, Nebraska, this afternoon. If you missed opening weekend, the next home match is September 14th.
Perfect. Let's do some top plays.
Why don't we?
K-State, Will Howard, man. We mentioned before, touchdowns, passing, rushing, and receiving. Catches the ball from Trayshawn Ward and is fired up in the end zone. Good enough for a top play of the week from the QB.
That's a good one. Real deal, Devin Neal, the running back, opening possession all the way to the end zone, 48 yards. You probably knew that was going to be the top play. We had a lot to choose from, though. Good week of football.
Definitely. Well, stick around because after the break, we sit down with one of the key parts to this Jayhawk defense. Marvin Grant explains his performance in Game 1 and why he's so familiar with next week's opponent. Don't go anywhere.
Honey, what are you doing?
What? I just fixed the leaky chimney.
Call Certified Fireplace and Chimney. We fix leaky chimneys properly.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
At Cox Mobile, we know other mobile companies like you to stay put with one type of plan. But we know life can take you anywhere, which is why you get the freedom to choose a data plan that actually fits you and the ease of changing it up anytime. Choose between pay-as-you-gig or gig unlimited, all while running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability. Flexibility feels good. Cox Mobile, we're different because you're different.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
Jefferson's is the perfect spot to watch the game. Come try our new Loaded Macs, or pull up a seat at the bar and match our cold draft beer with our new Mac Burger. Find us at 29th and Wanamaker in Topeka or online at jeffersons.com.
Do you have water damage from storms? Give Certified Fireplace and Chimney a call before the damage gets worse. We'll inspect your chimney inside and out. Then we'll make any necessary repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Certified Fireplace and Chimney today.
Welcome back. KU's defense expects to be much improved this season, and it was pretty good in game one. The Jayhawks held Missouri State to just 17 points and just 10 first downs.
Not bad. Safety Marvin Grant was all over the field helping out the cause. I caught up with him earlier to hear how he's approaching the game this year and how his background is going to come in handy looking ahead. All right, Marvin, first game of the season out of the way. You had a good showing, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. What did you like about your performance on Friday?
I just like how I was able to come out and start pretty fast. You know, I missed majority of the off season, the first beginning of the off season due to injury, but just getting back out there with my guys and putting it all together at a full speed, it felt good.
What was the injury and just how are you feeling now, of course?
It was just I had a little lower body injury in my legs, and I feel great now. I really don't even feel it at all now. I feel better.
So that first game is about a lot more than just getting the win. You know, everyone's strengths and weaknesses are really on show because you guys have only been going against each other for so long. What were the strengths and weaknesses you saw from your game on Friday?
Consistently playing with low pad level. I felt like I did a good job at that, but that's something I really focus on, working on with me being a taller DB, just staying low as possible. And I feel like, even though I feel like I did a pretty good job, I feel like I could have did even better with that, just throughout the whole game. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for real.
And the 2 tackles for loss, that's kind of a latent function of what you do. So in what situations are you put in a position to get those tackles for loss?
Really, it's just me trying to get to the ball every time, anywhere the ball is, just trying to get to the ball, the will to get to the ball and get the defender down. So, I mean, anytime I see a chance to get a person down in the backfield, then I'm going to take it.
See ball, get ball. I like it.
Definitely.
And you've already had a season with KU before this, but you come from Purdue. Just what is the difference kind of between the Big Ten and the Big 12 that you've noticed?
I would definitely say it's more pass, more spread, and it's definitely a faster pace. Big Ten is slower. You're going to get more hard-nosed football, run, a lot of run, and, you know, you got big backs, big tight ends. So I just say that the physicality is different, but overall, I mean, football is football, so you got to do it. On the next level, you never know what you get. So it's good that I got a chance to experience both sides of it and just putting it all together now.
Definitely. And you're going to get to see Illinois on Friday. What is it going to be like seeing them again?
I mean, I'm still familiar with some of the players over there for real. So, I mean, it's just like getting ready for another physical game, just how it was in the Big Ten. So, you know, just staying locked in, making sure my pad level is good, focus on having a good strike and everything, just being physical for me personally and as a defense.
And you guys are going to go with the all-black uniforms this Friday. Have you seen them, and how do you like them?
Yeah, I like them. They are already my favorite uniform because I'm big on black. I wore pretty much black my whole life, so I'm big on black, and to me, those are the best uniforms.
That's awesome. And how do you feel about the new font and the new design on all of them?
I like it. It's real. I say that it pops out. It definitely pops out with the black too, especially as it's black. It definitely pops out. So that's definitely my top jersey. The light blue was another good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, I think we got rid of those, but the black ones, those are my new favorite now.
Maybe they'll bring those ones back too.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, Marvin.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the black ones now.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you too, Lenny. It was a great interview, and see you next time.
A great
interview.
Jakes, hey, we got to go to commercial break. Another expert coming up after the break. He's been covering the Cats for 37 years. Stan Weber in studio. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, Clay Sherwood here with Frank and Dean, the CEOs of Cube.
And they want to make sure you're keeping your pool clear this summer with Aquasil, a truly chlorine-free solution. Let swims and sweeps keep you cool this summer.
Jungle House has moved, and we would love to show you around our new digs. Bring a new friend to school with you that will add life to your dorm room or apartment. We have plans for all. Find us at our new location, 6 East 7th Street, Lawrence, Kansas.
Doughboys Pizzeria, a family restaurant in North Topeka, serving fresh pizza with our signature sauce, award-winning wings, awesome appetizers, and desserts, with outdoor dining and entertainment. Call or order online at doughboys.pizza.
Fidelity Bank is celebrating 100 years, empowering customers since 1922.
The flexibility offered here at Fidelity through our local decision making allows us to have a high degree of flexibility to the needs of our customers in a changing marketplace. Fidelity flexibility, that matters.
Fidelity Bank, we do business right here at home.
See that kind gentleman over there? He's fixing my windshield.
What happened to your windshield?
A rock chipped it, and Topeka Auto Glass is repairing the chip so that I don't have to replace the whole windshield.
That had to save you a lot of money.
It did. And they called ahead so I knew when they were coming.
Finally, a company that cares about my time.
Oops.
Because McCray Plaza has been family-owned and operated since 1975, we are able to make decisions that keep you independent and in the game.
Get a game plan and join the winning team at McCray Plaza.
Welcome back to K-Nation. A dominant win for the Cats yesterday, 52,000 in the stands. If you weren't there at the game, you might have listened to the radio, and if you did, you heard our guest.
Absolutely. Stan Weber, K-State's color commentator, is joining us in studio to kick things off for the season. So, Stan, thanks for coming today.
Oh, my pleasure. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad football season is here.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for so long. Now we can actually talk about a game now.
Yeah, the preseason has never felt so long until now. But K-State yesterday kind of just looked like the K-State team of last year. Is there anything that stood out to you that was different from this team? Because there's not a lot that felt different.
Well, it hopefully looked the same, but it's always new. When you start a season, you got to start from scratch. And that's what Chris Kleiman is so good at. When he's at North Dakota State, they were thought to be the national champions every year, and everyone acted like it was easy. But he knew that you've got to get each team going, and you got a new group of guys. So I think he's the perfect guy to keep things going at K-State. But it's nice to have Will Howard throwing the ball. R.J. Garcia didn't play a lot last year. He had over 100 yards receiving. So if you want to see something new right there, I think he'd be the feature star.
Definitely.
And we saw Ben Sinnott kind of come along late last year, but he was good as well yesterday. Not much to complain about from the game yesterday. I want to know, were you more impressed by the offense, 45 points, or by the defense with the shutout?
Well, that is a hard question when everything goes well, but you always have to be more impressed with defense. In college football, if you see a shutout anytime during the year, you know something big has happened. Well, K-State had a shutout in the opening game this year and last year. That's 2 straight years, opening game shutouts. First time that's happened in K-State football history since 1998 and 1999. Those are pretty good teams. 11-win teams,
If
number
you
one in the country, things like that.
Okay.
So it's a good time, good defense.
Yeah, and these non-conference teams obviously play pretty different than all the Big 12 teams do. What do you think the Wildcats could take from this game into conference play?
Well, the conference play, you got to go 1 week at a time because Troy's a 10-win team. That's up next. And then got Missouri. And Missouri's an SEC team, and even though K-State took advantage of them last year and basically whipped them, you got to reset, and it's at Columbia, Missouri this time. What they need to do is work on their fundamentals. You got to build from a base, and you got to do things fundamentally to be ready for conference play. So as it gets more exotic, the only way you get there is being more fundamentally sound. So it's pretty easy for them to not worry about the next week and the next week. And right away, Troy coming into Manhattan 11 o'clock on Saturday is a big-time opponent.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you a fun one. We know Will Howard's the starting quarterback. Everyone knows that. Two things that can both be true. Will's the starting quarterback. Avery looked really good yesterday. How excited does that make you about the future of this program? And is it possible that they find a way to get him involved because he is that good?
Oh, I think they will get him involved. Avery Johnson is just too good. His speed is incredible. So anytime that he gets into trouble and he needs to run, he has 7 or 8 yards before you even know what happens. And by the way, didn't see it in last night's game, but he can go 50 or 60 yards in a flash as well. But completing a pass, throwing the ball in the pocket, all those things, he's very humble. He's learning from the smartest quarterback in the country in Will Howard. So that's a nice place to start. Colin Klein's done a great job. And Chris Klieman is a head coach. If you think back at North Dakota State had a room full of guys that are playing in the NFL right now. So he's been around quarterback rooms that are good. K-State's good. Avery Johnson, big hype. He's going to live up to it.
Yeah, I think Wildcat fans were excited to see him out there yesterday.
And as a former player, just what do you love seeing about this Wildcat team? This year, it's only been one game, but what are you just looking forward to, and what did you love seeing so much?
Well, there's one thing that I really take appreciation of, and that's the fans. I know how the football team's going to work. I've been around it a long time, and I know how Chris Klieman and his staff will work. And these players are humble. My son just played a couple years ago. I know a lot of these players. I'm not worried about that. What I love to see was the passion. Basically 100 degrees, and K-State Stadium was packed.
Yeah.
The students were in there early, stayed, almost as long as they could. The game was over by the half, really.
Yeah.
It was incredible. The dedication and the love, that's where you make a difference. Home field advantage can be controlled by the fans, and K-State fans did a great job. I think they'll do it all year, but they're fired up for the season, and they showed it on Saturday.
And the biggest fan of K-State football might be Jerome Tang. He was there. He was fired up as well.
Jerome Tang's always fired up.
He is, and he gets the fans fired up. Say, Stan, thanks for your time, man. We appreciate it.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and you guys stick around. There is more K-Nation after the break.
2023 Country Stampede was a blast, and now is the time to renew tickets and camping for Country Stampede 2024. Call 785-539-2222. That's 785-539-2222. More Country Stampede announcements coming soon.
Hi, this is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Sports! We have everything that you're looking for at Play It Again Sports.
New and used sports and fitness equipment with used up to 50% off retail.
You can create your own discount by trading in and trading up. Sell us your gear and get cash on the spot, or even get store credit.
Play It Again Sports has something for every athlete. All seasons, all sports, on any budget. We're open every day in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Game on!
Imagine looking at life through the eyes of a child, being filled with wonder and excitement about what the future holds. Lewis Toyota knows a strong community starts with those who will one day lead us.
We want to thank the Seaman School District.
And please remember to shop local.
Go Vikes!
Furnish is a boutique furniture and lifestyle store in the heart of downtown Manhattan. We are your local destination for all of those big city brands. Whether you need furniture, home decor, or a unique gift, we have what you're looking for.
2023 Country Stampede was a blast, and now is the time to renew tickets and camping for Country Stampede 2024. Call 785-539-2222. That's 785-539-2222. More Country Stampede announcements coming soon.
From the stories you should know.
They just ripped the ATM out of the wall.
Up in a Black Hawk helicopter.
To the stories you need to know.
Mattresses can turn into flying missiles.
From the stories that change the way you think.
Were you trying to rape me off? I think it's down there.
To the stories that affect the way you feel.
It's one big party.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Weekdays at 2 on 27 KSNT.
Hey, K-State and KU both covered the spread in their Week 1 games. Betting lines hot and ready for week 2.
Let's play some bets. Vegas has K-State as 16.5-point favorites at home against Troy. The Jayhawks just 3-point favorites hosting Illinois. They think that will be a good one. That will be a good game.
Yeah, 3 points, pretty tight spread. Lainey and I are not betting experts. We don't claim to be. We
Nope,
just hope
definitely
everybody has fun.
That's all we want.
Hey, thanks for watching, K-Nation. Join us again next week if you'd like. We hope you do.
Yes, we hope you do. Well, we'll see you next week, and have a good night.
Felt good, just to get that first one under your belt and, just get the crowd jumping. That's what I do this for, just for the fun moments like that.
As soon as I saw him go in, I was so excited for him because, I've been there. I was that true freshman that got to go in the game.